Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. This is Jim Pilla from USSSA, New Jersey. I am fresh back from Sanibel Island in Fort Myers, Florida, from our national meeting. Wanted to thank all of our New Jersey and surrounding state slow pitch teams for coming out this weekend to play. We have 50 teams signed up to play USSSA slow pitch in late November, so I think that's incredible, and I just want to thank the teams for coming out. I need to go over some regulations. You can see behind me this fantastic, unbelievable facility, Diamond Nation, that most of our teams will be playing at tomorrow. There are some non-negotiable conditions for our slow pitch players to play here at Diamond Nation. The most important thing is we're not allowing alcohol anywhere on the complex. That goes here for the main complex as well as the Satellite Jack Cusp Field, which is right down the road. Again, this goes for all players, fans, coaches, or anybody involved with this weekend's tournaments. May not have any alcohol whatsoever. You may not smoke cigarettes outside of designated areas. We have had some problems in the past with folks trying to sneak in either a cigarette or something else, and putting that in contact with the turf is very, very bad. We've been given an opportunity to have a wonderful tournament here this weekend at Diamond Nation. Please don't screw it up for the rest of us. Now, anybody who cannot follow these rules and regulations, it's a zero tolerance policy. You can speak to either Amy Awicki, Pat Raporti, or myself, but anything directed by the Diamond Nation folks is in play tomorrow. Once again, there's also no propane tanks here. Last year we had an issue with a propane tank that started a fire. We had to have some of our softball playing firefighters put it out for us, which I appreciated, the likes of Rob Delfino and his uncle. But again, there's no propane tanks here at this facility. Since I have all of you watching, I wanted to go over a few things from our national meeting. We had a very positive and productive national meeting in Sanibel. I'd like to congratulate Christian Dowling and all the other inductees last night in our Hall of Fame. Also, very happy on a personal level, Gary Godden, who I think the world of, is being inducted next year, along with Brian Wegman and a few other people. Gary, I can't congratulate and thank you enough from the bottom of my heart. I'm so excited to be there next year for you. The world dates, the bump list, the information about senior softball, all of that should be out next week. As far as the world dates, we will be running both USSSA and GSL World Tournaments this year. The majority of the USSSA events, except for one, maybe two, will be in Viera. So there's already some fake news already out there on the internet and things. The world date should be out next week. There will be a few changes. Like I said, men's C is penciled in for Myrtle Beach. The women's A and women's major are looking to go earlier, right before Labor Day, in the same weekend of the conference tournament. So hopefully we'll be sending the All Out Brats Lady MPT combination teams down there to represent us. Few rule changes. The home runs, men's E is going up to 1 with the inning ending out. Men's D 3, men's C is 5. In the mixed program, there will be some slight changes. For the men, the eligibility will stay the same. You're playing the level that you're playing at in the current year. If you are a player of one rank higher and you have clearly established down, you can play mixed at that level. On the female side, it's going to go by your player rank. You can drop one class only, okay? So mixed, if you are a women's D player, you can play mixed D, regardless of the women's program that you're playing on. We have programs in Canada, Native America, Hawaii going on this year. On the online system, players this year will just need to do the waiver to be eligible for their teams. That should solve a lot of problems both at the state and the national level. The August 31st drop date is gone, so we're not using that. We're going to try to be a little bit more flexible with our teams. We're just going to lock the teams 72 hours before the tournaments, the world tournaments. You'll have one roster this year for both USSSA and GSL, but we'll be able to have players be moved back and forth with a lot more flexibility. There'll be a guest player feature rolled out next year. Player appeals start January 2nd. The form is online. It goes through your state director. For those of you in New Jersey, or it goes through me. Team appeals a little later in the year. The bump list will be out next week. There are 4 or 5 New Jersey E teams that are bumped up, both top 10% or national committee bump up. As far as some of the things happening in the winter, the U.S. Challenge Cup in Viera, we're still taking entries for that in late January. We're projecting 80 to 100 teams down there. Once December 1st rolls around, we'll be getting those teams registered and the rosters added. So New Jersey coaches, you can see myself or Rip. December 1st, we get the teams registered. On a personal level, we'll be also having the Winter Worlds winter event in Myrtle Beach again, first 2 weeks in January. The last 3 years, those events have filled. So it's very important that if your team is interested in Myrtle, first check the bump list to make sure that you're not a move-up team, but then get with myself or Johnny Blizzard, get your teams registered. The lists are on scutrip.com, and after December 1st, they'll be up on the national website. So again, you see the facility that's here in back of me. It's an absolutely magnificent place to play softball. We thank everybody for coming out. Please adhere to the rules and regulations set forth from Diamond Nation. We're glad to be here, and may the best teams win. Thank you again, and of course, hashtag PlayUSSSA, hashtag Elevate Your Game.